Overtime!
So here's a package I just bought from eBay, and doesn't look very good. We've got a hole in the box right here. I'm just covering up the address label. This is an untested Nintendo PCB, but I've actually had luck in the past with untested Nintendo PCBs. So hopefully my luck will continue here. So let's dive right in. Hopefully this thing wasn't damaged in transit. Let's see. It's got some. This is just random cardboard with the seller's address on it. Recycled, lots of recycled packaging, which in principle I'm totally okay with, but oh man. Let's see. Okay. All right, here we go. This is a Nintendo 2 PCB set. If you can see right there, it says DKC1-01. So that makes this a Donkey Kong 3 PCB. And just looking at things real quick overall, this looks to be in relatively good shape. Let's see. I think that gob of silicone is supposed to be there, I think. And look at that. It says DK3 Donkey Kong. Okay. Battery holder is empty, which is good. You don't want those batteries leaking, so I think I might throw this into my Donkey Kong Jr. and fire it up. One thing I noticed right off the bat that's missing is there's supposed to be a rainbow cable connecting the two sides of the board. There's also these ribbon cables down here, but there's supposed to be a rainbow cable that attaches right here and right here. So I'm going to pull the rainbow cable off of my Donkey Kong Jr. and yeah, then throw this on. Maybe the edge connector's a little bit dirty, but not too bad. So yeah, I think this is worth giving a shot. Okay, here's my Donkey Kong Jr. cocktail. We'll open this thing up. It actually uses two Tachygen keys, one on each side, and you gotta kind of turn these at the same time, sort of like you're launching a nuclear warhead, but we'll open it up like that, and we've got our board set over here, and this is on a wooden sort of platform. This is the rainbow cable right here that we're going to need to swap out. So let me just disconnect the edge connector right here, put that off to the side. And I think this just rotates, right? Yeah, like that. And we'll slide this puppy right out. So the Donkey Kong 3 is on a metal backing. So I'm going to figure out how to sort of temporarily slide it in there. I'm going to swap over this rainbow cable, and then we'll be ready to test and see if this thing is working. Okay, I've got the rainbow cable transferred over. I got the Donkey Kong Jr. PCB out of there. I've got the Donkey Kong 3 PCB set kind of, just precariously hanging out in there. If I do swap this in and out, I'll take it off of the mounting plate, but it's in there for now. And I've got the edge connector plugged in, so I think the only thing for me to do is reach underneath the cabinet, see if I can find the power strip and turn it on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's see if anything comes up on that screen. Oh, look at that. Okay, we've got something. It's just not synced. And I know there's pots. There we go. Oh, I had it for a second. Oh, we got it. Hold on, that would be vertical hold maybe. Horizontal hold. Oh, it's almost locking in. I wonder if we've just got a bad solder connection. Look at that. Okay, I think we might just have some pots. Let me see if I can start a game. Where's the service credit switch? Yeah. And if I hold this pot, there we go. And now my horizontal center is way off. Or if that's vertical. Vertical hold. Horizontal center. Let's see. That's all jumpy. The controls work. All right, let me get this on the bench, and we'll take a look at some of the pots that are on the PCB and see if we can get those cleaned up. But this looks like good luck here. Basically a working Donkey Kong 3 PCB. Okay, I've disassembled the Donkey Kong 3 board set. Really pretty easy. I removed the rainbow cable that connects the two boards together. I disconnected the two ribbon cables that also provide a sort of inter-board connection. And I unmounted the PCBs from this metal backing plate. There's just these sort of standoffs on both sides that have these kind of locking mechanisms. I'm gonna hold on to that metal backing plate in case I ever wanna put these boards or into an upright cabinet, or maybe I've got another board set that I want to put into a Nintendo upright at some point, but I'm not going to need it to install the DK3 in my DK Junior cocktail. I placed an order with Mike's Arcade on Friday, and it's Monday, and this stuff was already delivered, so thank you, Mike. Mike is awesome for anything Nintendo related, mikesarcade.com. I got another rainbow cable, and I got a bunch of the spacers that I need to mount the boards with each other. So yeah, that should be good. Now, one of the things I want to do while I've got these boards out, I was having some trouble with the pots on one of these boards. So Nintendo PCB is a little bit weird, at least the Donkey Kong sort of era. They've got these two potentiometers on the video PCB that control the vertical position, horizontal position. And those were giving me a little bit of trouble. I think that's why I was having the sort of screen go a little bit funky. So a couple things I want to do while I've got the boards out to resolve that. I'm going to spray a little bit of deoxit into the pots, just kind of like this. Let's see, just a tiny bit. I'm going to do this while holding the cameras a little bit awkward. And there we go. Now that's going everywhere, which is not what I wanted. So let me go like this. And I'm going to work these pots back and forth a bunch of times. And that can help basically clean the pots. So we'll do that sort of through the whole range and put them back at their center. And with this one too. All right. Yeah, that stuff kind of goes everywhere. I know there's a couple of different types of deoxit, different sort of strengths and concentrations and applicators, and I'm going to kind of, this stuff kind of makes a mess. It will dry, but yeah, we should clean this board after I do this. Yeah, that really kind of went everywhere. But essentially this removes oxidation and prevents it from building up. It cleans and protects. Yeah. So I think you've seen me use deoxit in the past. And look at that, cleaning some grime off of that heat sink. So the other thing I want to do is touch up the solder connections for those pots. So I'm going to basically reflow the solder. And for that, I've got a new tool that I want to use. We'll get mounted on the tripod here. And here we go. It's that. So I got sent this. This is I think you pronounce this SeeSii. It's a cordless soldering iron station kit. You know, I've got actually a couple of different soldering irons. You see me use my Hakko all the time. I do really like my Hakko, but it's kind of, you know, it's meant to be a stationary thing, whereas this is a portable soldering iron. Basically has a Makito compatible battery that powers the whole thing, so it's completely cordless. I mean, the soldering iron itself has a wire that goes to the base, but it doesn't need to be plugged in. It has built-in helping hands, and yeah, this could be an interesting solution for, you know, bringing down into the basement or taking on the road and doing some quick soldering work. Looks like it goes up to 932 degrees Fahrenheit, which is great because I actually run a hot iron of 800, and yeah, let's pop this open and see what we got in here. So yeah, I received this for free. Company wanted me to check it out and see what it's like. Companies reach out to me quite a bit. I don't say yes to most of them because they're often not at all related to what we do here on this channel, but I thought this might be worth checking out. Okay, a little unboxing here. First we have the battery. And this is a rechargeable lithium-ion battery, 18 volts. All right. And I think there's a tester right here. Look at that. 75% full. We might be able to run this without charging it, which is probably not advised. Here is our charging cable, which is great. Let's see. Here is the unit itself. Take this out of the bag. Everybody loves a unboxing, right? All right, here we go. Goes sort of like this. We got a little sponge there. That sponge is really tough. We have our instruction manuals. We have our helping hands, and we have some soldering tips. Looks like we have a few here. A very fine one, sort of a normal sort of tip. I'll probably use that one. Or maybe I'll use this chisel. Then there's a bigger sort of chisel, almost looks like that'll focus. That almost looks like a lipstick, and then a real hard edge there. I think we'll use probably this middle one here. We'll go ahead and set this up. I think I have an understanding of how this is gonna, I looked at some reviews and they're actually pretty positive, and it's a pretty reasonably priced item. They said they're going to send me a discount code that I'll put down in the video description down below, so you can buy this on Amazon or wherever, and there'll be a discount code that I'll provide. So this is a model MTD01, and let's see here. Oh, it has an LCD screen. All right. What's in the box? How to use. Is this fully charged with battery? Actually, while I'm setting things up, I can charge the battery. Let me go and plug that in real quick. Okay, while that's charging, we can continue our setup. Well, I don't want to turn it on yet. Helping hands can be installed like so. They go in on the side here. I think they screw on. Yeah, okay. All right. We're not going to use the helping hands today, but we can install them. They're on these flexible arms. And there's a little wrench here to tighten the thing down. Whoops, that was the wrong way. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. All right? Okay. All right, I don't think we'll need that anymore. Or that. We can remove this wire tie. And if this works, this will be great for little quick jobs. You know, take it on the go, bring it into the basement. What is this? This is just a little tip, right? Oh, is that a, I think that's a solder tip already installed. Okay. Okay. Let's see, multifunction, display, maintenance, safety rules, Safety rules. Okay. Does it say how to change the tips? I think I just unscrew it, right? Yeah, there we go. And the one I want to use is that wedge. That's just the soldering iron tip that I'm personally used to using the most. Yeah, I like that chisel tip right there. We'll pop this onto the ceramic heating element and then pop our cover back on. All right, we should be good to go. And we'll pop this in here. It's nice that I think these are proprietary soldering iron tips, but that's probably okay. So yeah, once that thing finishes charging, we'll get set up and do a little bit of reflow work. All right, I think we're pretty well charged now. Still not quite at 4, but I'm impatient, so I'm going to install the battery onto the unit, and I think we are good to go. So I'm going to turn this on. Oops. Have to hold it down maybe? It says off. Here we go. Okay, I had to hold it down longer. I wasn't holding it down long enough. And we can turn this up to my desired temperature, which is, okay, I guess 806 will be close enough. And we'll let this come up to temperature a bit. While it's doing that, I'm going to put flux on the each of the 3 legs for the 2 pots here, just to help with flowing the heat. And we'll add solder, we'll remove it, and then we will redo it. So we're coming up to temperature here, and hopefully you can see what it looks like. Yep, and I can smell the heat. Untangle the wire. And just about, there we go. I'm going to tin the tip a little bit. There we go. And let me actually grab my solder sponge real quick. Okay, it's been so long since I've used an actual sponge that I know I should have pre-wet it. Let me tin this just a little bit more. Okay, that looks good. Okay, all right, we'll come in and add some solder. Okay. There we go. Seems plenty hot. Okay, give that a second. Clean the tip. Sorry if I'm doing that off camera. And we'll come in with our solder sucker and start pulling solder. There we go, that was pretty good. All right, solder sucker got jammed for a second. All right, that's good, it's jammed again. There we go. All that solder out. Now we're cooking. Okay, yeah, this is working pretty good, I'll say. My solder sucker, however, is, oh man, it's getting jammed up. All right. Every time. Maybe I need a new one of these. All right, so that's good. Don't want to do the middle one at the same time just in case it falls out. So we will add fresh solder now. like so. Okay. Looks pretty good. And now we'll remove solder from the last legs. Sorry if this is not the most awe-inspiring, enticing thing. Did I bend? Oh, I bent the solder sucker arm. All right, I'll be ordering a new solder sucker. Okay. And reflow these last ones. All right. I'd say that looks pretty good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll grab my multimeter. I'll double check continuity on these pins and clean it up a little bit with some isopropyl. And then I will reassemble the PCB. I didn't notice there's a little bodge wire right there. That looks factory. I'll reassemble the PCB set with the spacers and the rainbow cable and reconnect the ribbon cables. And then I'll throw this thing back into the cabinet and hopefully we'll be playing some Donkey Kong 3. But yeah, so far, I like this little thing. Like I said, I'll put a discount code down below and a link where you can buy one for yourself. But this is a nice little convenient thing that I don't have to move my entire soldering iron setup for. All right, the Donkey Kong 3 PCB is reassembled and reinstalled with the new rainbow cable from Mike's Arcade, along with some spacers from Mike's Arcade, the edge connectors plugged back in, the whole thing's in there, and we're ready to fire this up. So I'm just gonna reach down below, hopefully without bumping the tripod. Oh. Oh. Well, the tripod failed me. It actually dropped the camera, dropped my phone into the cabinet, and I don't think it damaged anything. But yeah, it's tight quarters over here. So yeah, let me reach underneath, hit the switch on the power strip, and fire this up in 3, 2, 1. All right. Hopefully we get some kind of image up on the screen. And it's just like before. I think that's sync though. So let's see if I can adjust this. Whoa, we had something for a second there. All right, it took a little bit of doing. It's still a little bit finicky, but I was able to dial in the sync, and I think we are good to go. So let me lower the lid on the cocktail table. There we go, and I will turn off the main lights down here, and I don't have my fancy color changing pot lights set up in this room just yet. But, man, that's dark. Let me see if I can adjust the image here just a little bit. Okay, here we are, Donkey Kong 3, the red-headed stepchild of the Donkey Kong series. And yeah, I think I've got the camera set up in a good spot. You do not want to see how contorted I am to fit me and a chair and the tripod set up where you can see it and I can see it. I'm going to be kind of playing it through the camera, but I think everything looks pretty good. And yeah, if you're not familiar at all, wait, did this save? Did I start a game? Is this saving? I don't know where that one player score is coming from. Anyway, if you've never played Donkey Kong 3, if you're not familiar with Donkey Kong 3, it's nothing like Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. The right way to think about this game is it's actually a shooter. So a shooter like Galaxian or Galaga. and you really only have 3 levels basically that you can go up and down a little bit. Donkey Kong is like throwing, insects, getting bees and whatever to come down. The first level you can go up, from the bottom. I guess there's 4 levels for you to go up. You can go up these platforms, shoot the bugs. You're trying to shoot Donkey Kong enough times where he goes up to the top. The bugs are coming down. They're trying to steal your vegetables or flowers or whatever they are down here, and you don't want that to happen. If anything touches you, you die. You can knock down that super sprayer, which is like a power-up, but that's only temporary. You want to be careful with that. Yeah, here are all the different point values for the different enemies. And we don't even have Mario here. So by the time that this game came out in 1983, Mario had already become a star in his own right. He had moved on to his own games like Mario Brothers, for example. And so this is now, Donkey Kong and Mario have gone their separate ways. And this is Stanley the Exterminator trying to kill these bugs. So enough talking. Let me go ahead and coin up. Whoops, that didn't go through. There we go. And we'll start a game. Spray Donkey Kong to the top. And one thing you can do is just get up right away and start spraying them. But then the bugs will come down and you won't be able to, keep getting them. And I don't want that yet. Oh, and a stinger got me. And this inchworm coming down, and I can stun him, but I don't think there's any way to kill the inchworm, so you don't want to stun him in a place where he's going to block you from shooting Donkey Kong. And I know there's patterns to this, and this is awkward how I'm playing. That's the power-up that I don't want just yet. Oh, and one of those bugs has gotten my flower. Well, and I saved it, but I died. Yeah, I am not the world's greatest Donkey Kong 3 player by any stretch. But let's see if we can at least get past the first level here. So, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That music goes off when there's a bug that's gotten my flowers. Come on, guys. Woo! Yeah, so that's not good. We'll coin up again. We'll play a little bit more. I want to show a couple different levels here. God, I guess my kids have jammed a coin in that coin return, or that coin slot. Thanks, kids. There we go. Oh, we'll put our initials in. And look at that. It says rub end right there. Rub end. I always thought that was funny. Oh, barely on the board here. All right, so let's try to do this a little bit better. But yeah, so how about that cordless soldering iron? It worked a lot better than I thought it would. I'd say it worked about as good as my Hacko. Now, I wouldn't want to do that for any heavy duty work. Like, it's not that battery's not going to last, all day. But for some quick work, it's hard to beat that, and it's cheap. Now, I'm not entirely sure what happens. Oops, I accidentally grabbed the super sprayer, which I didn't want to do. So that's the end of the first level. But yeah, that is it SeeSii, that cordless, portable, battery-powered, and I think this level is pretty easy to just clear real quick, especially when you have the super sprayer that lasts for a little bit. But yeah, that for a battery-powered soldering iron, that worked pretty good. Like I said, find a link down below where you can grab one for yourself. It's on Amazon. They said they're going to give you a discount code that I'll post down there. And yeah, it's already, even at full price, it's relatively inexpensive. Oops. Yeah, that's an exploding bug. I forgot. But I think that'll come in handy for quick jobs when I want to run down here and do something, not move everything, and or if I want to take something on the road. Like there have been repair parties that I've gone to Might as well grab this. Repair parties I've gone to, and I usually just pack up everything, but if I can just grab that, that'll be a lot easier and not having to worry about being close to an outlet or anything like that. So I appreciate the company that, ooh, perfect score. And you can see like the platforms change a little bit. And there, my super sprayer went away. Gotta watch out for stingers. You can see those worms, they can't be killed. They can only be stunned, and now I've got them on each level. So the difficulty ramps up here. And I think the bugs will keep coming. Yep. But yeah, I you know, and I was looking for one of these, I think I mentioned, for a couple of years. And, you know, I took a gamble with the, you know, untested eBay special, but I saw that, there we go. I saw that it was missing a rainbow cable, and I had, you know, luck in the past with a Donkey Kong board, like the one that's in my Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong right now is actually, you know, from, whoa, got me. Is that Donkey Kong that I got for cheap, and it was missing a ribbon cable, a rainbow cable, and that was it. And I made out again. You know, you don't always want to take risks with. Oh, come on, bugs in the way. You know, with those untested eBay specials, but especially if it's a JAMA board. If somebody's selling video game arcade PCBs and they have they're selling a allegedly untested. Oh man, is that my last life? I think it might be. Oh nope, I got one left. You know, but games that require a specialized harness. Sometimes you can make, you know, get lucky. Or even if it's not working, you know, right out of the box. Ooh, come on. That was close. Ooh, get back here with my flower, vegetable, or whatever it is. Oh, there we go. There we go, cleared the stage. Sometimes you get lucky like this. So, like I said, this was a great deal. It took me years to find this, and I'm glad I have it. And it was just a little simple fix, you know, kind of to get the, you know, replace the missing rainbow cable, which Mike's Arcade sells. Come on. There we go. Easy 75,000. 80,000. Nice, 85,000, 90,000. Can I get 100,000? I think I'm jinxed myself. Nope. 91,000. I think that's my last life. Yeah. Oh, wow. What is going on here? Oh, that was bad by me. My goodness. But hey, 91,000. That is certainly my highest I've ever gotten on Donkey Kong 3. You know, so close to 100,000, and I just jinxed myself. There we go, rub end. But yeah, look at that. So yeah, awesome stuff. Donkey Kong 3, such a bizarre game, so different than anything else. They've never revisited this. Nintendo's never made another game similar to Donkey Kong 3. But anyway, I feel really lucky here. We lucked out with the eBay purchase. We lucked out testing it, getting it working. Mike's Arcade sent me exactly what I needed, super, super fast. I ordered on Friday and it was here on Monday. Can't beat that. And yeah, I really appreciate that the folks that sent me the SeeSii cordless battery-powered soldering iron that worked a lot better than I thought it would. Anyway, we'll wrap it up here. Please do everything that YouTube wants you to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Have you ever played Donkey Kong 3? What do you think of it compared to the other Donkey Kong games? Let me know what you think. If you ever rolled the dice on an untested PCB, what kind of luck did you have? If you really like what we're doing here, hit that join button down below. Learn more about what it means to become an Overtime Arcade channel member. You support the channel for $1.99 a month, which is next to nothing, right? What a deal. And you get access to some awesome perks. In addition to helping to support this channel and keep it alive and help me buying things like, you know, Donkey Kong 3 PCBs, you get early access to all new videos. You get access to a monthly members-only live stream. And you get access to our private members-only Discord, which is a ton of fun hanging out with this growing community. Really awesome folks, really positive, sharing what they're working on, what they're playing, what they're buying, all that kind of stuff. We're sharing deals all the time, and it's great. So, yep, I think that'll about do it for this episode of Overtime Arcade. As always, I'm Charlie. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Overtime!